Welcome to, welcome to part 7 of my Warner Brothers Artisan and Lionsgate DVD collection, Christmas 2021 edition, in which for part 7, we are going to be looking at a film series that was based off of a popular book series by a famous British author named J.K. Rowling. Can you guess what it is? It's a series that features Emma Watson, Daniel Radcliffe, Rupert Grint, Alan Rickman, and a whole bunch of other British cast members on there. Okay. So, without further ado, let's start this part, shall we? This is a 2007 DVD release of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. This is the full screen edition. This is the first film in the Harry Potter franchise, and the only film to have Harry Potter actors Daniel Radcliffe, Rupert Grint, Emma Watson, and stuff as kids, because in future films they would start growing up into teens and then later adults. (2001) theatrical film, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. The Wizard of Oz of its time. A complete triumph, says Richard Roper of Ebert and Roper. First J.K. Rowling's delightful bestseller and an unforgettable movie. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone is sheer screen enchantment. At its center is Harry, orphaned, unloved, rescued, and enrolled as a wizard in training at Hogwarts Academy, and as his telltale forehead scar shows, destined for great things. Enter into a world of Hogwarts and experience the rich characters, lavish surroundings, wizardly tools, and customs Here we go. Anyway, for part 6, here we go. This time, the computer shut off again, but I was able to get there at a much quicker time, thank goodness. So you just, for part 1, for part 7, we're going to be taking a look at a film that is based off of a popular book series by a British author. And can you guess what that series is? It's based off of a British book series written by a British author named J.K. Rowling, and it has Daniel Radcliffe, Emma Watson, Rupert Grint, Alan Rickman, and a whole bunch of other British actors in there. It's the Harry Potter series. Yeah. So to sum this all up, part 1, we looked at Lionsgate and Artisan releases of Clifford the Big Red Dog. Part 2, we looked at Lionsgate releases of Thomas and Friends. Part 3, we looked at Looney Tunes DVD releases. Part 4, we looked at Tom and Jerry releases, which were the Flintstones, the Jetsons, and Scooby-Doo. Part 6, we looked at VeggieTales and Dr. Seuss and Peanuts. Now, for part 7, we're moving into the Harry Potter series. This is the 2007 DVD release of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, full screen edition, the 2001 film, and it's the only film to have Harry Potter, Ron, and Ron's voices as kids, because, you know, they were very young when they started this series. Full screen edition. The Wizard of Oz of its time, a complete triumph, says Richard Roper and Ebert and Roper. First J.K. Rowling's delightful bestseller and an unforgettable movie. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone is sheer screen enchantment. At its center is Harry, orphaned, unloved, rescued, enrolled as a wizard in training at Hogwarts Academy, and as his telltale forehead scar shows, destined for great things. Enter into a world of Hogwarts and experience the rich characters, lavish surroundings, wizardly tools and customs, the high-flying sport of Quidditch, and much more beyond imagining. For the most magic ever to visit your house. See you on Platinum 9 3/4. This is rated PG for some scary moments and mild language. And approximately 152 minutes. Speaking of which, what if there was a Scooby-Doo special where Scooby and the gang meet the Harry Potter characters? Called Henry Screever. And I just thought of something. How would you like Clifford Goes to the Movies from Season 3 to guest star Daniel Radcliffe, Rupert Grint, Emma Watson, and Alan Rickman in Clifford Goes to the Movies when they're basically watching a Harry Potter parody called Harry Dogger and the Chamber of Mysteries, which is basically a parody of Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Now, what would be super cool about it, Husky Dog 88? Were you talking about the Scooby-Doo and Harry Potter crossover? Rated PG for some scary moments and mild language. What did you think of that episode guest starring Daniel Radcliffe, Rupert Grint, Emma Watson, and Alan Rickman from the actual Harry Potter series in Clifford Goes to the Movies, where they watch Harry Dogger? Here's the disc for Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. And this DVD uses the 1996 Warner Home Video logo in full screen with the 1996 regular strings theme. On there. The 1996 Warner Home Video logo in full screen with the 1996 regular strings theme. Here's this next DVD release. 2007 DVD release of Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, the second film. This is the widescreen edition. 2002 theatrical film. Outmatches even its own predecessor with more action, humor, and frills, says Claudia Pugh of USA Today. Cars fly, trees fight back, and a mysterious elf comes to warn Harry Potter at the start of the second year of his amazing journey into the world of wizardry. This year at Hogwarts, spiders talk, letters scold, and Harry's own unsettling ability to speak to snakes turns his friends against him. From dueling clubs to rogue bludgers, it's a year of adventure and danger when bloody writing on a wall announces, "The Chamber of Secrets has been opened." To save Hogwarts will require all of Harry, Ron, and Hermione's magical abilities and courage in the spell-binding adaptation of J.K. Rowling's second book. Get ready to be amused and petrified. As Harry Potter shows, he's more than a wizard, he's a hero. This is rated PG for scary moments, some creature violence, and mild language. So it's a bit more intense than the Sorcerer's Stone. Here's a disc for Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. And it has a clear-looking disc. Even though it has a clear-looking disc, which indicates a very late reprint, this DVD still plays like the original 2003 DVD because at the beginning it's got the widescreen version of the 2002 variant of the 1996 Warner Home Video logo with the AOL Time Warner Company byline and the regular strings theme in low tone. Next up, I have two different copies of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Let's look at this copy first. This is the original 2004 DVD copy of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. The 2-disc full screen edition, because of that blue bar right there. It's got that blue bar reading 2-disc full screen edition. There also exists a 2-disc widescreen edition of this release, which features a tan colored bar. But this one has a blue colored bar, indicating that it's a full screen edition for a 2-disc full screen edition. And beginning with this film, Michael Gambon takes over the role of Dumbledore right after Richard Harris, who was the original Dumbledore, left and passed on in 2002. And according to what I've read, production for this film of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, production of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban began from February 2003 and wrapped up in November or December of 2003. Then it was released in theaters in June of 2004, and then it came to DVD and VHS on November 23rd, 2004. So it was at the very, very end of 2004. So it was almost 2005 when this was released, because it came out on November 23rd of 2004, which was 2 days before Thanksgiving Day, and then December of 2004 would come, and that would be the last month of 2004 before moving into 2005. Isn't that interesting trivia that I gave you? This true kids classic is just as magical for adults as Peter Rainer of New York Magazine. Extra features on here include exclusive never-before-seen footage, creating the vision, a revealing interview with J.K. Rowling and the filmmakers, free great challenges, test your memory with magic you may have missed, help Crookshanks catch Scabbers and go on an unexpected quest with Sir Cadogan, enjoy self-guided tours of Honeydukes and Professor Lupin's classroom, Johnny Vaughn and the Shrunken Head lead gracious interviews with the cast, conjuring a scene behind-the-scenes creation of Buck Beak and the Dementors, meet the animal trainers and care of magical creatures, theatrical trailers of all 3 Harry Potter movies, a game preview, and more. And some more DVD-ROM PC features, including Hogwarts Timeline and magical trading cards. And this is rated PG for frightening moments, creature violence, and mild language. All right. Here's disc 1, which features the film with Harry Potter, Ron Weasley, and Hermione Granger. And disc 2, which features the special features, which contains Aunt Marge being blown up into a balloon. Disc 1 uses the alternate version of the blue. Disc 1 uses the alternate digitally generated version of the 1980s Warner Brothers FBI warning screen and the 1996 Warner Home Video logo in full screen with the 1997 dual synthesized strings theme on disc 1, while disc 2 uses the alternate digitally generated version of the FBI warning screen and the 1996 Warner Home Video logo in full screen, but this time with the 1996 regular strings theme on disc 2. So disc 1 has the 1997 dual synthesized strings theme, disc 2 has the 1996 regular strings theme. I also have the 2007 reprint. This is the single disc full screen edition. I'll send you 2 links. Okay. Here's the original Warner Brothers FBI warning screen from the 1980s that I just sent you a link to. And this is the digitally generated version. And here's the 2007 single disc full screen edition reprint. Year 3 at Hogwarts means new fun and challenges as Harry learns the delicate art of approaching a hippogriff, transforming shape-shifting boggarts into hilarity and even turning back time. But the term also brings danger. Soul-sucking dementors hover over the school. An alley of the accused, he who cannot be named, lurks within the castle walls. Fearsome wizard Sirius Black escapes Azkaban, and Harry will be forced to confront them all. Directed by Alfonso Cuarón and based on J.K. Rowling's third book, this wondrous spellbinder soars with laughs, shivers, and a kind of breathless surprise only found in a Harry Potter adventure. Mischief managed. And this DVD uses the original 2004 disc, and this also retains the digitally generated version of the 1980s Warner Brothers FBI warning screen from the 2004 release. Rather than, it's a good idea that they retained that warning screen rather than updating it with the blue FBI anti-piracy warning screen from 2004. One of the Tom and Jerry DVD releases, Spotlight Collection, has mixed FBI warning screens. The Tom and Jerry Spotlight Collection DVD from 2004 right here. Disc 1 uses the 2004 blue FBI anti-piracy warning for the Tom and Jerry Spotlight Collection. Disc 1 of the Tom and Jerry Spotlight Collection 2004 release has the 2004 blue FBI anti-piracy warning screen, while Disc 2 uses the digitally generated version of the 1980s Warner Brothers FBI warning screen, just like on this DVD of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. And both discs of the Tom and Jerry DVD use the 1996 regular string screen in the Warner Home Video logo in full screen. Next up is the 2006 DVD release of Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, the widescreen edition. Did you happen to see the link of the FBI warnings I sent you, Husky Dog 88? Now, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire was released theatrically in November 2005, and then it was released on DVD on March 7th of 2006, which March 7th, 2006, when this DVD was released on March 7th of 2006, when this DVD of Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire was released on March 7th of 2006, the Flintstones The Complete Fifth Season also came out on that same day. Did you know that? When Harry Potter's name emerges from the Goblet of Fire, he becomes a competitor in a grueling battle for glory among 3 wizarding schools, the Triwizard Tournament. But since Harry never submitted his name for the tournament, who did? Now, Harry must confront a deadly dragon, fierce water demons, and an enchanted maze only to find himself in the cruel grasp of he who must not be named. In this fourth film adaptation of J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter series, everything changes as Harry, Ron, and Hermione leave a childhood forever and take on challenges greater than anything they could have imagined. This is rated PG-13. This is the first Harry Potter film to get a PG-13 rating, and this is rated PG-13 for this specific reason. Sequences of fantasy violence and frightening images. That's why that film earned its PG-13 rating for a reason. And here's a disc for Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, widescreen edition. This DVD uses the 2004 Blue FBI anti-piracy warning screen in widescreen, the 1997 widescreen version of the 1996 Warner Home Video logo with the 1997 dual synthesized strings theme. Alright, here's this next DVD release. 2007 DVD release of Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, the full screen edition. Sleek, swift, and exciting, says A.O. Scott begins. Lord Voldemort has returned, but the Ministry of Magic is doing everything it can to keep the Wizarding World from knowing the truth, including appointing Ministry official Dolores Umbridge as the new Defense Against the Dark Arts professor at Hogwarts. When Umbridge refuses to teach practical defensive magic, Ron and Hermione convince Harry to secretly train a select group of students for the Wizarding World Wizarding War that lies ahead. A terrifying showdown between good and evil awaits, and this enthralling film version of the fifth novel in J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter series. Prepare for battle. This is also rated PG-13 for sequences of fantasy violences and frightening images. It's rated PG-13 for the same exact reasons as Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Here's the disc for Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. This has the 2004 Blue FBI anti-piracy warning screen and the 1996 Warner Home Video logo in full screen with the 1997 dual synthesized strings theme. Oh. I also have the 2016 re-release of Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, which is basically like the 2006 version. Right here. It says, for Disc 1, the movie, Harry must overcome a deadly dragon, fierce water demons, and an enchanted maze, only to find himself in the cruel grasp of he who must not be named. Disc 2, Creating the World of Harry Potter, Part 4, Sound music. Share the vision of composers, sound experts, and others who make the Harry Potter films enchantment for the ears as well as the eyes, as sound and music transport viewers on an emotional journey alongside the characters on screen. Learn how specially created musical motifs identify individual characters and places, and watch as Foley artists use unusual techniques to replicate everyday sounds. I've watched it. The dragon does not talk. Here's disc 1, which is the film, and disc 2 with all the bonus features. Disc 1 opens like the 2006 DVD release, with the 2004 Blue FBI anti-piracy warning in widescreen, and 1997 widescreen version of the 1996 Warner Home Video logo with the 1997 dual synthesized strings theme. Disc 2, on the other hand, opens with the 2007 piracy warning screen used for Blu-ray releases, then the zoomed-in version of the 1996 Warner Home Video logo in widescreen with the 1997 dual synthesized strings theme. Since I already showed you the Order of the Phoenix, I guess I could just show you Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. This one really took me by surprise when I saw this. Full screen edition. Better than ever, a triumph of visual wonder and emotional storytelling, says Peter Travers of Rolling Stone. As Lord Voldemort tightens his grip on both the Muggle and Wizarding worlds, Hogwarts is no longer a safe haven. Harry suspects perils may even lie within the castle, but Dumbledore is more intent upon preparing him for the final battle fast approaching. Together, they work to find the key to unlock Voldemort's defenses, and to this end, Dumbledore recruits his old friend and colleague, Horace Slughorn, who he believes holds crucial information. Even as the defense showdown looms, romance blossoms for Harry, Ron, Hermione, and their classmates. Love is in the air, but danger lies ahead, and Hogwarts may never be the same again. It's also the full screen edition. Here's the disc for Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. And this DVD uses the 2007 piracy warning screen. Used for Blu-ray releases. It contains an earlier version of the 2007 piracy warning screen. And then it has the 1996 Warner Home Video logo in full screen with the 1997 dual synthesized strings theme. Then, yeah. And yeah. This DVD was released on December 8th of 2009. Harry Potter and the Order of Phoenix came out on December 11th, 2007. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets was originally released on DVD April 11th, 2003. And Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone came to DVD on May 28th of 2002. Here's this next film. 2011 Blu-ray DVD combo pack of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. I don't have Part 1 on DVD, though, but at least I have Part 2. Now, what happened during production of the Deathly Hallows films, it was Daniel Radcliffe started smoking cigarettes when Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 and Part 1 were in production. Special features on Blu-ray include Maximum Movie Mode, Blowing Up Hogwarts, an up-close look through the eyes of the stars and filmmakers as you watch the greatest battle unfold on screen, including 9 in-depth featurettes. A conversation with J.K. Rowling and Daniel Radcliffe. Join J.K. Rowling and Daniel Radcliffe for an intimate and exclusive conversation about bringing the character of Harry Potter to life and how their lives have been changed by the fame that they've both experienced. Well, at least they were not smoking in the film, thank goodness. But still, not cool. Other special features include the Goblins of Gringotts, the world of Harry Potter, additional scenes, Warner Brothers studio tour in London, Pottermore preview, bonus disc when Harry left Hogwarts. Hear the personal stories of the faces we know and those we don't, as they speak with startling candor and emotion about the final days on set. This is rated PG-13 for some sequences of intense action violence and frightening images. Here's disc 1, which features the film. Disc 2 with all the bonus features. Disc 3, which is the bonus disc. And disc 4, which is the DVD version of the film. This DVD uses the 2007 piracy warning screen and a zoomed-in version of the 1996 Warner Home Video logo in widescreen with the 1997 dual synthesized strings theme. Probably because it would be too long for it to be one entire film. Here's this next release. This is a 2011 DVD of the Harry Potter double feature containing The Order of the Phoenix and the Half-Blood Prince. Now it says, peril awaits and romance blossoms in the 5th and 6th adaptations of J.K. Rowling's enthralling book series. In Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, Lord Voldemort is back, but the Ministry of Magic tries to keep a lid on the truth. Ron and Hermione convince Harry to secretly train students for the Wizarding War ahead. A terrifying showdown between good and evil awaits in Year 5. Prepare for battle. In Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, Lord Voldemort tightens his grip on both the Muggle and Wizarding worlds as Dumbledore is intent upon preparing Harry for the approaching battle. Meanwhile, romance blossoms for Harry, Ron, Hermione, and their friends during their 6th year. But danger lies ahead, and Hogwarts may never be the same again. I do not have part. There is... At least they made a Half-Blood Prince into a full film. I don't have part 1 of the Deathly Hallows, though. But they made Half-Blood Prince in an entire film. Now, for Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, it says it's rated PG for scary images, some violence, language, and mild sensuality. Here's a disc for Harry Potter and the Order of Phoenix, which is disc 1, and disc 2, which is Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. This contains an extremely rare combination because both discs use the 2004 Blue FBA anti-piracy warning screen in widescreen, and then the zoomed-in version of the 1996 Warner Home Video logo in widescreen with the 1997 dual synthesized strings theme.